If you are over 50, you may have experienced this. You open the refrigerator, pour yourself a cold glass of milk, and feel like you are doing something good for your bones and your energy. For decades, we were told that any type of milk was a symbol of health, strong memory, and vitality. But today we know something very different. At this age, certain types of milk not only stop helping you, they can actually become a real obstacle to your well-being. Recent scientific evidence shows that some of the most commonly consumed milks among older adults can increase inflammation, weaken bones, disrupt blood sugar, and affect mental clarity without you noticing. One of the most comprehensive studies I've reviewed in my practice found that regularly consuming the wrong type of milk increased inflammation and fracture risk in older adults by more than 50%. This is not just an interesting statistic, it is an important warning. However, not everything is negative. There are also milks that do the exact opposite. They reduce inflammation, strengthen the immune system, protect your brain, and help restore bone density. That is why today I want to clearly explain which milks you should remove from your kitchen and which ones are truly worth adding to your daily routine. First, I will show you the 4 worst options, the ones that seem harmless but silently chip away at your health over the years. Then you will learn about the 4 most beneficial alternatives for protecting your bones, improving digestion, and keeping your body strong as you age. And let me tell you something in advance. The milk that ranks at the top of the most beneficial list is almost never discussed, yet clinical studies show that it can strengthen bone structure, improve immunity, and help slow certain signs of cognitive aging, especially after age 70. I am Dr. Gabriel Mena, and I have spent more than 2 decades helping older adults adopt healthier habits. I remember one patient in particular, Clara, age 72. She came to my office with constant joint pain and extreme fatigue. When we reviewed her diet, we discovered that she was drinking a type of milk that looked healthy but was actually worsening her inflammation. After switching to a more appropriate option, she noticed improved mobility and less stiffness within just a few weeks. I have seen this pattern repeat itself many times. Before we continue, I invite you to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Here, I share practical, science-based information that can help you improve your health in simple and effective ways. Also, let me know in the comments your age and the country you are watching from. I want to know who this message is reaching. Let's start with the first of the worst milks you should avoid after age 60. We begin with one that seems healthy, but hides more risks than most people realize: sweetened almond milk. Although it is marketed as a light, plant-based option for many older adults, it can become one of the most misleading products in the refrigerator. Its biggest issue is added sugars, syrups, sweeteners, and flavorings that quickly raise blood sugar levels. After age 50, insulin sensitivity decreases, so even small amounts of sugar can lead to more fatigue, joint stiffness, and abdominal fat, factors that increase the risk of diabetes and cardiovascular problems. Another key point is that most of these beverages contain less than 2% real almonds. The rest is usually filtered water, thickeners, and flavorings. This means you get little to no magnesium, vitamin E, or antioxidants that real almonds provide. If you enjoy almond milk, I recommend choosing an unsweetened version fortified with calcium, vitamin D, and magnesium. This combination is much more supportive of your bones, muscles, and nervous system. Let's continue with the next problematic option: unfortified oat milk. It is creamy, trendy, and available everywhere, but for older adults it can become a true nutrient thief. Because it is not fortified, it lacks calcium and vitamin D, 2 nutrients essential for strong bones. This is critical because bone loss accelerates after age 60, and any deficiency only makes the situation worse. Additionally, oats contain phytic acid, a compound that binds to calcium and magnesium and prevents their absorption. This can weaken your muscles and increase the risk of falls or fractures. Many oat milk brands also add sugars and oils that trigger blood sugar spikes, inflammation, and digestive discomfort, problems that are especially concerning if you are managing your glucose or gut health. The solution is simple: choose unsweetened oat milk that is fortified with adequate calcium and vitamin D, ideally providing around 25% of the daily recommendation per serving. After age 60, every food you choose can either help strengthen your bones or silently weaken them. This is especially true with certain milks that appear harmless but actually harm your metabolism and increase inflammation. That is why it is essential to understand which ones to avoid and how to replace them without giving up the flavors you enjoy. The next problematic milk is flavored lactose-free milk. For those who are lactose intolerant, it may seem like a lifesaver. But when it comes in chocolate, vanilla, or strawberry versions, it turns into a sugar-heavy beverage. These versions are packed with sweeteners, flavorings, and hydrogenated oils that interfere with energy metabolism. A study published in 2022 in a nutrition journal for older adults found that people who consumed flavored lactose-free milk had insulin levels 41% higher and accumulated more abdominal fat in just 6 months. This is very serious because after age 60, the body responds more slowly to insulin, and any excess turns into inflammation, fatigue, and weight gain. These products also contain artificial sweeteners, carrageenan, and emulsifiers that irritate the gut and promote silent inflammation. Some brands even use synthetic oils to create a thick texture, but these oils alter fat metabolism and worsen cholesterol levels. If you already have a higher risk of heart disease, these ingredients push you closer to the problem. The correct alternative is simple: choose plain, unsweetened lactose-free milk. You get calcium, vitamin D, and protein without the elements that harm your health. If you want a touch of sweetness, add a few berries or a bit of cinnamon, which not only add flavor, but also help stabilize blood sugar. Let me share something from a recent consultation. A woman named Julia, 68, came in with severe abdominal heaviness and trouble keeping her blood sugar stable, despite having a generally good diet. When we reviewed her habits, I noticed she was drinking flavored lactose-free milk because she thought it was gentler. After switching to a plain, unsweetened version, her digestion improved within days and her energy increased significantly. Small changes can make a huge difference. Now I want to talk to you about what I consider one of the worst milks for older adults: ultra-pasteurized A1 cow's milk. This is the regular milk many people have consumed since childhood, affordable and easy to find. However, after age 60, it can be one of the most harmful choices. The problem begins with a protein called A1 beta-casein, present in most commercial dairy cows. This protein has been linked to digestive discomfort, joint inflammation, and persistent mental fog. As digestion becomes more sensitive with age, this protein can trigger immune stress that builds up over time. A clinical trial published in 2020 showed that older adults who consumed A1 milk experienced a 32% increase in inflammatory markers and reported more mental fatigue and joint stiffness than those who switched to A2 milk. This explains why many patients tell me that milk doesn't agree with them anymore. Then there is the issue of ultrapasteurization, a process that heats milk to extremely high temperatures. This destroys useful enzymes and alters proteins needed for nutrient absorption. The result is bloating, slow digestion, and reduced absorption of essential vitamins and minerals, meaning faster internal aging. There is more. Most of these milks come from cows treated with growth hormones, antibiotics, and GMO feed. Even in small amounts, these residues can disrupt hormonal balance, affect calcium use, and alter the immune system. Combined, these factors accelerate bone loss, increase fatigue, and promote inflammation. If you are over 60, this milk may be accelerating exactly what you're trying to slow down. What should you do? Avoid ultra-pasteurized A1 milk entirely. Choose options such as A2 milk, goat milk, or fermented beverages like kefir, which we will talk about later. Whenever possible, select gently pasteurized products or milk from grass-fed animals. Here comes the positive part. Just because some milks may be harming you does not mean you need to stop drinking milk. On the contrary, if you choose wisely, milk can become an ally for strengthening your bones, improving digestion, reducing inflammation, and keeping your mind clearer. That is why I now want to show you the best options for your health. Let's begin with number 4, goat milk. It may not be the most popular, but once you understand how it works in older adults, it may become one of your favorites. Goat milk naturally contains an A2 type protein that is much gentler on the digestive system. For those who experience gas, inflammation, or intestinal discomfort, this simple change can offer quick relief. A study published in a British nutrition journal found that older adults who switched from cow's milk to goat milk for 8 weeks reduced intestinal inflammation by 26% and improved calcium absorption and digestion overall. But the benefits don't stop there. Goat milk contains calcium, phosphorus, and zinc, key nutrients for maintaining bone strength and muscle stability. It also provides medium-chain fatty acids, which the body converts into quick energy, something especially useful as vitality decreases with age. Another valuable but often overlooked component is selenium. This mineral helps regulate thyroid function, strengthen the immune system, and improve mood, 3 areas that tend to decline as we get older. How should you use it? Choose pasteurized, whole goat milk without added flavors. You can warm it gently with cinnamon to drink at night, or use it in your morning oatmeal or cereal. It may be a humble option, but it is remarkably powerful for your well-being. Now, let's move on to the third best milk, unsweetened almond milk fortified with calcium. Although some people drink it only because it is trendy, for those over 60, it can be a very smart change. Its greatest strength lies in what it does not contain. It has no lactose, no casein, and virtually no sugar. What it does provide is light hydration and essential minerals. In 2021, a clinical nutrition study found that older adults who replaced traditional milk with calcium-fortified almond milk reduced joint stiffness by 32% and achieved better blood sugar stability in just 10 weeks. It is also commonly enriched with vitamin D and magnesium, creating a perfect combination with calcium to protect bones and improve muscle function. After age 60, every food decision directly affects your bones, energy, and mental clarity. That is why it is so important to choose milks that truly work in your favor. And this is where 3 key nutrients found in certain alternatives like unsweetened almond milk come in: calcium, magnesium, and vitamin D. These nutrients work together to strengthen your bones, support nerve function, and help maintain strong, stable muscles. But there is more. Almond milk is naturally rich in vitamin E, a key antioxidant that helps protect the brain from oxidative stress. In older adults, this translates into stronger memory and slower cognitive decline. That is why, when chosen correctly, this beverage does not just replace traditional milk, it enhances your health. How can you use it? Add it to smoothies with berries, flax seeds, or chia seeds. It also pairs very well with slow-cooked oatmeal or simply chilled in the afternoon as a refreshing, anti-inflammatory drink. Just remember to choose unsweetened versions fortified with calcium and with a simple, clear ingredient list. Now, let's move on to the second best milk for older adults, kefir. If there is one milk I would consider almost therapeutic for seniors, it is this one. Kefir is a fermented milk with a light texture, similar to drinkable yogurt, but with far deeper benefits. It contains more than 30 types of beneficial bacteria and yeasts that can transform digestive health. As the years pass, the diversity of gut bacteria decreases, affecting digestion, increasing inflammation, and reducing the absorption of essential vitamins. Kefir helps reverse this process by repopulating the gut with live probiotics. I have seen remarkable changes in my practice. For example, Ernesto, age 72, came in with chronic inflammation and very slow digestion. After adding natural kefir to his mornings, his digestion changed completely within weeks, and his daily energy became much more stable. Science supports this. Daily kefir consumption improves microbiome diversity, increases vitamin D absorption, and even supports balance and mental clarity. It also provides calcium, magnesium, and phosphorus. But its greatest advantage is vitamin K2, which directs calcium into the bones and prevents it from accumulating in the arteries, something crucial after age 60. You can drink a small glass with breakfast or mix it with blueberries, chia seeds, or soaked oats. Always choose whole, unsweetened kefir with live cultures. Avoid flavored versions because they often reduce many of its benefits. And now we arrive at the best milk of all for adults over 60, whole A2 milk. At first glance, it looks just like traditional milk, but inside, it is completely different. The difference lies in the protein. A2 milk contains only A2 beta-casein, which is far easier to digest and causes much less inflammation. Conventional milk, rich in A1 protein, is associated with gas, intestinal discomfort, joint inflammation, and mental fog. But when you switch to A2 milk, your body notices the difference immediately. In studies involving older adults, those who drank A2 milk experienced fewer digestive issues, less joint pain, and clearer thinking. And because it retains calcium more effectively, it also helps preserve bone mass. The good news is that it keeps all the nutrients of whole milk: protein, calcium, healthy fats, and B vitamins, including B12. It is an excellent ally for maintaining strong muscles, stable bones, and a sharper mind. If you want to try it, use it in oatmeal, fruit smoothies, or gently warmed before bed. And whenever possible, choose versions from grass-fed cows and processed with gentle pasteurization. We covered many types of milk today, but I want you to remember one thing. Not all milks are the same. Some, even if they look harmless, increase inflammation, worsen joint stiffness, affect memory, and weaken your bones. But the good news is that a single smart change can begin to turn things around. Kefir can help rebuild your gut microbiota. A2 milk can protect your joints. Goat milk can strengthen your bones. Unsweetened almond milk can support your blood sugar. Every sip you take can either boost your vitality or take it away. The choice is yours. I want to encourage you to take a moment today to check the milk you have in your refrigerator. Ask yourself honestly whether it is helping you stay strong or silently holding back your well-being. Because when you choose better, even one simple change, you improve digestion, strengthen your immune system, sharpen your mind, and protect your independence. These recommendations are not short-lived trends. They are practical, proven, science-backed tools designed for those who want to age with more health, confidence, and energy. If this content helped you see your nutrition more clearly, I invite you to subscribe to the channel, share this video, and activate notifications. I publish new videos every day with useful, evidence-based information explained in a simple way to help you live with greater well-being. And before I go, I want to invite you to something special. Take a moment to give thanks to God for life, for the opportunity to learn, and for the ability to care for your body. Every day we wake up is a new opportunity to grow and improve. Here on Dr. Gabriel Mena's channel, we are grateful to accompany you on this journey of health and good habits. Tomorrow we will have a new video ready for you, so don't miss it. I will be here waiting for you, with the same purpose as always, to help you live with more strength, more calm, and more health.